Although we're all working so hard to make our websites as helpful as possible, it turns out that many people still end up calling organizations on the phone for help. This can be because they run into an issue on the website, they're confused, they think their problem is unique, or they would just like to speak with a real person. Phone trees, or IVR systems, have become the go-to method for triaging callers. But these phone trees are notoriously difficult and frustrating to use. Just ask anybody. I want to briefly describe 4 things that make it difficult to design a good phone tree, but provide a couple of basic suggestions that are sure to improve your phone tree's usability. If you want more advice, check out my full article on the UX of phone tree systems. The first issue is that users can end up feeling that nobody wants to take responsibility for their question when the first thing the phone tree tells them is to visit the company's website. This is particularly frustrating when a user has first attempted to complete their task on a company's website and only decided to call because they couldn't figure that out. The website tells me I can call, but the phone tree tells me to go back to the website. An unhelpful cycle indeed. Now, if you're sure your website has the answers, here's a tip. Only rattle off a URL if it's going to take someone to a specific page with detailed information related to their interests that they have indicated with their phone tree selections. It'll almost never be helpful to direct someone to your homepage. Better yet, offer to send them a text message with a link so they don't have to write anything down. The second challenge is that the caller and the organization often have conflicting goals. Many callers just want to speak with a real person. Yet it gets expensive fast for organizations to pay employees to take all of those calls. Now, while there's no way to truly simulate speaking with a live person so that you don't have to pay anyone, it is important to allow users to make immediate selections in phone tree menus. If someone is trying hard to get through the phone tree as fast as possible, the one thing that makes it all worse is having to listen to all the options before being able to make your selection. The third challenge is that people generally call because they have no other option. Unlike browsing on the web, you can't simply call another company to resolve your issue if you have a bad phone tree experience over here. For this reason, it's critical to help people make sense of the phone tree options. That means we must present them as easily as possible. Every menu option should be as unique and concise as possible to help people quickly recognize what they should press to get the information they're looking for. If you find that you're using the same words in multiple phone tree menu options, they're probably too similar. The last challenge is that relying on your hearing is a handicap. People have a very limited capacity to remember information in the short term, and they struggle even more when there's nothing to look at. One subtle way you can help people out is by front-loading each menu option with task-related information and providing the selection number at the end. This is the difference between saying, press 3 for information related to booking a flight, and for information related to booking a flight, press 3. Presenting the selection number last doesn't force the user to memorize anything as they listen, and presents it to them as they are deciding if the option is relevant to them. I highly recommend doing some simple usability testing on the phone tree for your organization. Finding out what people really think while they are navigating the phone tree is going to yield far better data than asking people to stay on the line for a quick one-question survey after the call. I guarantee it.